The bank hall was unusually quiet when the old farmer walked in, his boots dusty, his clothes faded by years of sun and soil, his posture calm but confident. And as he stood in line clutching a small cloth bag, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of small moments to change lives, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Voice. Also, tell us in the comments where in the world are you watching from. People around him whispered and stared, especially the well-dressed businessman sitting nearby, who smirked as the farmer approached the counter and spoke in a steady voice. "I want to withdraw $1 million. The businessman burst into laughter so loud that everyone turned to look, mocking him openly and saying things like farmers barely have 1,000, let alone 1,000,000. But the farmer didn't react. He simply met the teller's eyes and handed over his account details. The teller hesitated, typed into the system, and suddenly her face went pale as she checked again and again. Then she quietly called the branch manager, who rushed out, shocked and respectful, greeting the farmer by name and offering him a seat. The businessman's laughter slowly faded into confusion as the manager confirmed the balance was far more than 1 million, explaining that the farmer was one of the bank's most valuable clients. The room fell silent, and the businessman shifted uncomfortably. But the farmer still said nothing, as the manager asked politely if he wanted the withdrawal in cash or transfer. The farmer replied, "Transfer it to the village school fund." And that answer shocked everyone even more. The businessman finally stood up and asked how a simple farmer could have such wealth. And the farmer smiled gently and said he had never been simple. He explained that years ago, when land was cheap and ignored, he bought acres others laughed at. He studied weather patterns, invested in sustainable farming, partnered with researchers, and exported organic crops globally while living the same humble life. He never chased luxury, only purpose. The businessman lowered his head, realizing he had judged a man by his clothes instead of his wisdom. The farmer then turned to him and said something that stayed with everyone in the bank. "Rich soil looks poor until you understand what it holds." The businessman felt the weight of those words as the farmer completed the transaction and walked out quietly, leaving behind a lesson more valuable than money. That true wealth isn't loud, it doesn't boast, and it doesn't seek approval. It grows patiently, deeply rooted in hard work and humility. And as the doors closed behind the farmer, the businessman sat back down, no longer laughing, but thinking about how easily pride blinds people to real value and how respect should be given before success is seen, not after it is revealed. Because sometimes the most powerful people in the room are the ones who speak the least and give the most. If you enjoyed this inspiring story, then please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to my channel Kindness Voice for more heart-touching stories that remind us never to judge a book by its cover.